Okay, we're going to be doing a 2-bedroom apartment today. We're going to be doing the floors, which on the floors, we're only going to be cleaning the floors. We're not putting down the wax or anything like that. The maintenance personnel are going to do that. We're going to be doing that. The carpets in here are a little bit stained. And he's sweeping the hard floors, getting everything swept off into the carpets so we can vacuum the carpets and get everything. Then we got an overcast day, so I'm not sure how this video is going to look, because a lot of times with this camera it makes the carpets turn orange or something to compensate because it overboosts the light. So hopefully the video will come out looking pretty good. Got a big closet here. But we're going to vacuum everything, and then he's going to start on the floors while I'm vacuuming the carpet. So we're going to try to show some of the floors being cleaned, but if we may not have time to do that because I'm going to be vacuuming during that process. So stay tuned and we'll try to show as much of this as we can. Thanks. Okay, he's starting to do some of the prep work for the floors. We got a scraper, and what he does is go around and get the edges and the corners, scrape up any residue or anything that's stuck down. And to clean with, to scrub the floors, he's going to be using this black pad here, which is pretty worn, but they're still working good.
It's done a few of them.
Yeah. And he's already scraped in here. And the scraper we got, that's actually, you can pick these up at a hardware store, but it's actually a hand scraper that's threaded, so you can thread it onto a mop handle. And you want to get one that's fairly stiff, but not overly so. It's a lot less expensive than a regular floor scraping tool. So he's getting that all ready, and he's going to spray the floor down. He's going to be using Fabuloso in this little hand sprayer here, and he's going to start spraying and scrubbing and all.
These floors don't have wax on them, so we're just cleaning them.
Yep.
It'll strip wax, but there's no wax on this particular floor. They just want them cleaned.
So I'm gonna let him do that. We've already vacuumed this room. Of course, we're tracking it up so it doesn't look as nice. I'm gonna let him do that for a few minutes. He's got some other stuff he's got to get ready. Then I'll show some video of the floor cleaning process being done. All right, he's spraying down just a mist of the Fabuloso. And we like using Fabuloso for these cleaning jobs because Fabuloso, when it dries, it doesn't leave a residue behind like some other products do. So if you leave it just slightly damp, as it dries, it's not going to leave any prints.
Well, another nice thing is if you spray it on the painted walls, it's just cleaner. It'll dry up and it'll just clean the walls. It
not
won't
that
hurt
you
them
should
at all.
spray the painted walls, but if you accidentally do overspray a little bit, it's not going to damage anything.
Yeah, if you make a mistake, you won't pay for it.
While he's finishing that, I'm going to show you, we also have this bathroom. Now the floor in here is all scuffed up, in this darker area. And a lot of times what that is, the surface of the tile, they didn't wax these floors when they installed them about 14 years ago. They've never had any protective coating put on them, so the tiles are pretty much, a lot of them, the surface has been destroyed to the point that even if you clean with a machine, you're not going to be able to make the tiles where they have that good look again because the surface has been destroyed. And just like in carpets, a destroyed surface, you're not going to be able to do anything but clean it. You can't make it look brand new again. Trying to get the spot here.
Now what I do is I work my way in and I work my way out. That's why I'm hitting it twice, and I can get my footprints up as I work my way in. This machine will get right up on the edges too. The only thing that don't get run into is corners, and you can scrape those.
Yeah, that's what the scraper's for. You want to make sure you get your corners. And you can see it's leaving dirty footprints everywhere he goes, but that's just what you're doing is you're breaking everything loose from the floor. Once you get it broke loose from the floor.
Is the cart full of stuff?
Okay, we're back. We're having issues with the camera. It's saying we have a slow memory card, so it keeps shutting the recording off. But it's the same card we always use, so I know that's not the problem. But these cameras sometimes they give you trouble. So if we have a chopped up video, that's what's going on today. But no, what I was saying is he's getting everything broken loose from the floor. Once it's loose, he's going to go over with the carpet bonnet, and he's going to absorb everything into the bonnet, and it'll leave the floor damp, but they'll air dry within a few minutes. Now once you get done with the bonnet, and you let the floor dry a little bit, you can see if you missed anything, and then that's something you just go touch back up again. A lot of times when these floors get sloshy, you can't really tell if you've gotten everything, so you have to maybe go back and redo some areas.
This machine will easily take out black marks, like from people's heels of the shoes. You kind of just hover over, next thing you know, they're gone. It cleans everything real good. Except if someone pours some dye on the towel. It does it good and it does it quick.
Yeah, the black pads are actually stripping pads. And so you use them, the most common use for them is to strip wax off the floors when you apply stripper. But they're a good aggressive pad if you need to really scrub something. I'm gonna stop this part of the video and I'm gonna come back whenever he puts the bonnet down to absorb all the slush and everything off the floor. So keep watching, because we're also gonna show the carpet cleaning in a little bit too. Okay, he's scrubbed the floors now. He's getting the bonnet. He's getting ready to install that. See how these floors look. So everything's been scrubbed. And you've got a few minutes. You want to try to get this done in steps, because if you wait 20 minutes to get back, it's going to be harder to get the stuff picked up. So he's trying to move ahead quickly here, so I don't want to get in the way. Step back a little bit. Okay, he's throwing the bonnet down.
It's about time.
That means he's insulted when he throws his bonnet on the ground.
Yeah.
He dropped the mic. Okay, now he's getting ready to go. So there's the bonnet. It's starting to absorb. At first, it kind of just seems like it's smearing things around, but it takes a bit to get going, and it's working.
It'll absorb it.
But you can kind of see it's cleaning, and he's going to have to go over. He's going to keep going over. He may have to wash the bonnet out and wring it out again.
Yeah, when it absorbs it up, the floor's looking real white.
Now when you're doing one of these in a rental house or something the floors are pretty shabby, you may have to do these steps a couple times to get the floors looking clean. So you want to work in steps. Instead of just scrubbing, just go over everything and then come back and wipe it up. You can use a mop to wipe it up, or you can use a bonnet. Either way, if you're using the machine, you might as well use the bonnet. But you can mop it real quick and then take a look at your floors. And don't be afraid to just put down some more solution and get the black pad and scrub them again, if that's what it needs. It doesn't have to be hard work, but it sometimes takes a while to get it perfectly. And one thing we've also done in the past, that I don't recommend it because it's kind of harmful to a lot of people, but you could always, if you want to, you can put down a light coating of bleach and water. And we've done that before, and you come back an hour later when it's had a chance to dry, and it will lighten the floors. But you want to, of course, be careful about using that and staying in the house with it at the same time. And that's one of the reasons I mention it, but I don't really recommend it because it's pretty hard on people. If you do decide to use it, you want to do it and then get out of the house. Now he keeps going with that. I'm going to show you something else real quick. What we started using now, whenever hold this out. Whenever we wash the bonnets out and we want to wring them, we bought a mop bucket here for this, and because of the design of the ringer, you can't really squeeze it very tight, so what we do is we put a board in there, and it's hard to do one-handed, but the board kind of helps you have something to squeeze against so you can fully press the bonnet out. And you have to fold the bonnet in half or in fourths in order to get it to fit in there, but it works pretty good. And then your water goes into the bucket. But the best way to do it is go ahead and clean the bonnet in the sink with a sprayer or whatever. And then after it's pretty clean, then go wring it out. So there's not gonna be a lot of dirty water in the bucket. Okay, now he's worked on this floor. And I think I'll see some stuff he's gonna have to redo, but he's trying to get the stuff up before it has a chance to dry to the floor very hard, where you gotta really scrub at it. And then he may need to go back and redo it. Now with this method, the floor is gonna be a little bit damp when you get done, so you have to kind of wait and let it dry a little bit to see what's gonna happen. Because a lot of the stuff as it dries, it disappears. You're seeing little streaks and things, but it's just that the cleanser hasn't dried up yet. Alright, I've still got more vacuuming and everything to do. I still haven't finished the bedrooms and everything, so I'm going to turn the camera off because I have to go do that. And you get the basic idea of what he's doing. And I may show some more of him working on these floors, but he may be done by the time I get done vacuuming. And so I'll show you a finished result. But keep watching because we're going to show the carpet cleaning also coming up. Thanks. Okay, I've finished vacuuming just now, and he's already started bonnet cleaning one of the bedrooms. The floors, the scuff marks that were in there, they didn't come out because the tiles, the surface of the tiles has been ruined. That could have been avoided if they'd waxed the floors when they first put them in, but they never did. So, vacuuming's all basically done, as I said. I'll show you the floors better later whenever we got all of our equipment and everything moved off of them. This is what this apartment had in the carpet. You can see by looking at the filter how much hair and everything is on there. And you can look inside the drum, although it's kind of hard to see. You can see how much silt and everything else was in there. So you can tell by looking at all those hairs. Now this is pretty good for a vacuum that doesn't even have a beater bar on the carpet cleaning head. Actually, there's a lot of even stuff right in here. It got sucked up to the top of the shroud. I'll clean this out later at home, but that just shows you that the carpet nozzle, let me go show you what it looks like again real quick. And it doesn't have a metal base plate on it, it's all plastic, but it has cleaning grooves on the side and everything, and it does a good job. But the opening's narrower than the shop vac hose is, so it intensifies the airflow, speeds it up, and it does a really good job of sucking up a lot of the stuff out of the carpet. You have to vacuum carefully to get everything, but you can do it. And just wanted to show you that because that's pretty bad. You couldn't see that in the carpet when we showed up at first, so there's a lot more hair and everything in there than we thought. I'm gonna get this all put away, and we're gonna show the bonnet cleaning. We're just gonna show the bonnet cleaning of the living room and the hall, because the bedrooms don't really look all that bad once they were vacuumed. So stay tuned. Okay, he's finished bonnet cleaning the bedrooms, and they came out pretty good. They haven't been raked yet, so they're still a little bit, see a lot of swirl marks and everything, you know. And like I said, there weren't very many stains or anything to do with. This is a smaller one. And it's too dark in here to he's doing the rest of the hall, then he has to spray the living room still. And then we're going to do the living room. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera off, because actually I'm going to leave the camera on because I have one viewer that loves to see the the carpet being sprayed.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah, it'll be a minute. So what he's doing, he's spraying out the bonnet in the sink. It doesn't look like a lot of.
It's got dirt in it. I cleaned it after one room.
Okay, so he did the small bedroom. This is the small bedroom dirt that's coming out, which isn't a whole lot. And I'll show you, he's going to wring it out. So the board helps to get you a little bit more tight press when you press it out. There's still A lot of the darker stuff you see in the water too, as you can remember, we're using Tide, so the water's a little bit fluish. It's the detergent that's being wrung out.
That's pretty much dirt.
We'll give it a final good cleaning when we get home with it for the day. But, gonna ring it one more time.
Yeah. Don't hurt to wring it out a couple of times. Until you quit seeing dirt come out. Water.
Now he's a big old boy, so if he cranked on that handle too hard, he'd definitely snap this thing. So you have to be careful with these; they will break.
But I am hitting it pretty hard. These things are pretty tough.
Yeah, you can hit them pretty hard, but you got to be careful. They'll, especially when we put a board in there to increase our squeezing pressure. It's putting a lot of pressure on that thing.
Okay, we're about to spray the carpet. Let me pump the sprayer up and we'll get at it.
Okay. I see some bugs have already crawled under the door after I vacuum.
Can't do nothing about that.
Well,
Summertime. Hope I have enough spray to finish this whole room. Or I can mix some more.
show you real quick just so you see. All we're using on these carpets right there is just regular Tide. Stand in here so you can. It's just a regular original Tide. We use 2 capfuls to a 2-gallon sprayer. So about 1 capful to gallon is about right. One of the reasons we do this, and we use Fabuloso, some of you may not know what it is, but it's just a general purpose cleaner for cleaning your kitchens and bathrooms. One of the reasons we use ordinary off-the-shelf products when we do these videos is because we want people to see the machine doing the cleaning. And if we use an expensive solution that only carpet cleaners are able to get their hands on or something like that, you would see the video and you think, well, yeah, with that chemical, anybody could clean the carpet. So we want you to see that the equipment we use works pretty good. And you can imagine if you used real expensive carpet cleaning formulas and everything, how much better the cleaning would be. We do a good job, and I'm not saying that we leave the carpets with anything in them that we could have gotten out with better chemicals. It's just that we get a good job done with just the basic chemicals we use. And Tide also makes the apartment smell really nice when we get done. So he's spraying the carpet down. It's going to take us still a little bit, and then I'll turn the camera back on when we get ready to do the bonnet cleaning, because it's going to take another 3 or 4 minutes. So stay tuned. All right, bonnet cleaning in the living room. We went ahead and opened up the doors, try to get a little bit more light to make the video look a little bit better. We actually have the air conditioner blasting, so we don't need the doors open, but if it helps the video look a little bit better, I guess it's worth it for a few minutes. Now this carpet, we did not use the brush ahead of time, because the stains that are in here, we think we can just get them out with the bonnet without taking any extra time. But you can see how the bonnet is doing a really good job raising the nap of the carpet up. And it's going to make the carpet look good, real good and fluffy when we're done. And then when I rake it, it's going to make it stand up even more. We'll have all the footprints and machine marks out of it.
What stains are in it? They just come right out.
One thing that's nice about this bonnet cleaning this way, if you have an extractor at home and you want to clean your carpets just to give them freshened up and everything, you really can't do that. You shouldn't do that more than maybe every 2 or 3 months, because it's going to, all that water going into the carpet is not in the long term great for the carpet, so you don't want to do it too often. With this, you can do this every week or so if you want to. It's no big deal. You can do it once a week and it's not going to do anything.
You're not soaking the pad.
Yeah.
The extractors will get the pad wet. That's what you don't want to do.
And if your carpets aren't really dirty, you just want to restore the fluffiness to them, you can just kind of get the bonnet damp, and you don't even have to really put anything on the carpets. Just make sure your bonnet doesn't dry up completely.
Yeah, hold that door through for me a minute. And then open it right back up. Let me get behind it good. Okay. You wanna open that door?
We're expecting showers later today, so the air is kind of saturated. So this is going to mean that the carpets are going to hold on to their moisture a little bit more than they maybe would usually. And so when I rake the carpets later, you may see darker areas, but that's going to be the moisture showing up on camera. It looks good to the naked eye, but on camera it picks up any difference in moisture between one section and another, and it looks like a darker area. But that's all going to fade away. Okay, you decide to flip the bonnet, just to put the other side down, the clean side down.
I'm getting ready to get me some stuff that's got more dirt in it. I want the bonnet to absorb better. This right here where I'm at, it may not show on camera, but it's dark.
Yeah, if all you're doing is getting dirt out of the carpet that's built up, it'll come out pretty easily. Stains have to be scrubbed a while. But this carpet didn't have any bad stains, and it was mostly just dirt that needs to be
This
taken out.
carpet's just worn out.
Yeah, and it's kind of older. We're making it look really good though. I mean, it's still got some life in it. You can remember when I showed what was inside the wet dry vac, when I showed the inside of it and the filter, you can tell that the people that were living here didn't really keep up with the vacuuming too well. So that really wears the carpet out fast. That grit and everything that was in the bottom of the drum, that grinds away at the fibers. It can really cause them to deteriorate. And that's damage that can't be repaired when you let that happen. So it's a lesson to keep up with your vacuuming and vacuum regularly if you want to preserve your carpets. Even if you're living on a rental property, the carpets, you want them to be nice for you. Even though you don't own the carpets, you want them to be nice for you. And also, you may not get your deposit back if you let the carpets get too worn out, so you want to keep up with it. And it doesn't take a very expensive vacuum cleaner to do a decent job for you. You just have to use it.
This is almost done here. I'm just looking for anything that might be more run over and I'll put it.
And I'll mention it real quick so I don't forget. Check the links below, video description for the Oreck and the Oreck bonnet. And we're going to be using the Grandy Groom carpet rake to rake everything when we get all of our equipment put together. I'll at least show you the finished results if I don't show any of the raking, because we're trying to get out of here because they got some other person coming in to do some more work in the place. So we need to get done and get on the road. But I'll put a link in for the wet dry vac.
We're done.
And the carpet nozzle. And if I can find, before I get the video put together, if I can find a good link for that mop bucket over there, I'll put a link in for that. That's not something that most people are going to probably want to go out and get because they're pretty common. You can pick them up anywhere. But stay tuned. We're going to put all our stuff away. And he's going to wipe up some of the overspray. And we're going to rake these carpets. But that's about all that's left on this job. So please, if you can, hit like on the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe so you can get our latest videos as they come up. And we appreciate you watching these things, that we put them up here. We're actually doing this basically to document the work for the people that we do the work for, but the side benefit is other people get to watch it. And some people like to watch carpet cleaning, just like some people like to watch vacuuming. So it's kind of a nice thing. So stay tuned. We're going to show the finished results after everything's been cleaned. Thanks. Okay, we've finished the raking. This is the large bedroom. Try not to move too fast so you can actually see how nice a job the rake does. This is the small bedroom. see all the machine marks are gone, all the footprints, so it really does a good job. Go ahead and turn off my lights now. Okay. We're gonna do the hallway. We're gonna have to get our equipment out of the way, but we're gonna do the hallway and the living room here in just a few minutes, and I'll show you how that looks. Oh, and there's the rake that we're using, just in case, for anyone who hasn't seen it. Let me spin it around so you can read grain to groom. And it's got the perfect tines, flexible but stiff, to do carpets with. So that's what we use, and it makes a really good final result. So keep watching. We're almost through with all this, and I'll be right back.
I'm filming, so there's gonna be a bonus feature.
Okay, I'll watch my language. I didn't know the camera.
Yeah.
If you want to step in there so you can see the room better, you can. Because I'll rake that one more time on the way out. I'm trying this new method of just dragging it because it's been a long day already.
It works good. That rake works good no matter how you use it.
Yeah.
If you're getting into professional carpet cleaning, you got to get one of these grain degroomers. It finishes the job just right. The video probably don't do it justice. It looks real nice when you're done with these.
Good nice shot up that hall for the back window because it has a real nice look with all the footprints and everything gone.
I don't know how good you can see because it's real dark because of the rain coming, but it looks good.
Yeah, just the finishing touch, that's for sure.
All right, that's it.